toys, convoys, 100 carats on my neck, my boy. That 100 bunny rabbits tryna get my boy. From the cabbage I collect, my boy. Heard you is gorillas, let me check, my boy.
Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. Minnesota Vikings taking on Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Rams and the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Cousins looking to put it up right away. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. He'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line. To throw is Cousins. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he is out of bounds here. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Play fake, Cousins. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. Cousins again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Going right back to Akers. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now it's Stafford. Batted by the linebacker, but still adjusts and makes a catch. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And this returnable for Reagor. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. Cousins on 1st down. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Now Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings! Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson. And the Vikings are off to a 13-0 first quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Stafford. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to have a Rams first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Good job, good job.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, it's Stafford. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Stafford. And this one is incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Out of his end zone, here comes Jalen Reagor. And he'll be tackled inside his own 15. The decision to bring it out cost him some yardage. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down. Cousins. Complete. Jefferson to target. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just toweling.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. A good gain on first, has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. From the gun, here's Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Off of play action, here's Stafford. He'll buy some time right. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Vikings pick up the football. Does the big boy have the juice? And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And it is now 21-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but
you don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Powell on the catch. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To the air again, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Cousins on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 35. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Final play of the half. Cousins to the goal line, but it's incomplete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Joseph's got it, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this third quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 6 more on that one and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jonathan Bullard. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. From the 50, Stafford. Man open is Robinson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Stafford. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. Touchdown! Cam Akers, 34 yards. And the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And he's taken down. Able to slip across the 35. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a first down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary. How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Cousins to throw for it on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And they'll work this down inside the 30. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Throwing is Stafford. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to throw, Stafford. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. Here as he stopped right around the 13. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Rams get a bit closer. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it 24-13. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Cousins to throw it. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Cousins throw complete to Thielen, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A 1st down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. From the red zone now, Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings. KJ Osborne, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Zadarius Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. To try again after the sack. Stafford gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee. He'll get it inside the 20. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards. To throw is Stafford. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Cousins now. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Rams are right back in this football game. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. After the interception, here's Stafford. That's complete to his tight end Higbee. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Stafford. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now it's Stafford. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Zadarius Smith able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. A give up the middle to Akers. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Stafford finding Jefferson there. 1st down, L.A. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Stafford. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Stafford now to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. Stafford barking out signals and trying to get his guys set quickly. And this is caught for a touching on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Stafford now to throw. And now the pressure gets it. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Cousins here to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. So now Stafford and the Rams down by 11, a little over 30 seconds remaining. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a 1st down. On 1st down at Stafford. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Completes this to Jefferson, and he's going to be taken down here. That's short of a 1st down as he gets about 10.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. One last throw here for Stafford. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.
Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers, bringing home victory straight out the huddle.